During my upkeep, I'll spend these 2
Mm-hmm.
mana to keep my 2 creatures alive. Mm.
Do you have 2
Alright.
land cards in your hand?
Um, and I will swing at
Do you
you
have
with
1
my
land
Azure
card
Drake
in
in the
your
air.
hand? I will discard 2
Yes, I do.
mountains to deal 4 damage to you with your Land's Edge. God damn it. And then I take 2 damage because I can't block the Drake. I can't believe you won the game without summoning any legends. Because I was pretty sure you were going to summon a legend.
I told you that my deck was focused on getting out Nicol Bolas, and I actually have the ability to next turn bring him out because I've got Hell's Caretaker in hand. But yeah, I don't have enough. I don't actually have enough mana to cast Hell's Caretaker without sacrificing either Wall of Dust or Azure Drake. Wow, I
Yeah.
actually won this.
And
I could have
this is
swore I was gonna
probably
lose
the
this
shortest match we've had.
This set sucks. Look, guys, there's a lot of really cool shit in this set. Sword of the Ages, Triassic Egg, our first instance of Nicol Bolas. I originally wanted to do this set because we had just gotten War of the Spark revealed to us, and you know that the storyline is heavily involved with Nicol Bolas, so I wanted to celebrate Nicol Bolas and in his origin by having us going back to Legends. But this set sucks. I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. We got the global enchantments like Global Haste and global, what is it, Tectonic? I think it's Tectonic Rage, something like that. And there are a lot of really cool things in this set, but a lot of this set is actually just color shifted reprints of older cards, like Zephyr Falcon. That's just a color reprint of a white 1/1 flyer with vigilance.
This set is, I mean, it's a lot of plateau and a few peaks. I like the emphasis on legendary cards. There are some legendary. There is at least one legendary in the set that I do actually own, simply because it's a one of a kind card, and that's what this set has to offer. We got Gerard, we got Tooknir, we got what's his name, and it's very much nostalgic, and it makes you feel good to at least play with the cards. However, as we had observed, I think Gurdak cut right to the quick with being able to cheese Nicol Bolas out on the field while also destroying me with his Land's Edge. And I'm glad that we both agree that Land's Edge is probably one of the most powerful cards in this set, if only that it did not deplete your hand so quickly.
I actually really disagree with that. Again, I'm running Land's Edge specifically so I can get Nicol Bolas in the graveyard, because I couldn't find any other discard outlets in the entire set. And I'm like, if I'm going to run Hell's Caretaker to get Bolas out, I need the ability to put him into the graveyard.
Would you like to see the stupid combo that would have probably changed your opinion on Land's Edge? Okay, so I was glad that this is the first game that we did the London Mulligan system, and it does allow players to cheese out very specific card combinations onto the field simultaneously in order to take the game by storm. So these are the cards. This is like this is Marek's almighty 5-card combination, basically. I just need a few more pieces on the field. So the way this shit works is, first, I make all creatures require an upkeep cost. Then I turn all lands onto the battlefield into creatures with the Living Plane enchantment, which I did not draw, and I probably should have used the London Mulligan in order to try drawing it. It makes all of your lands creatures, which means that lands have to pay for themselves, and all creatures cannot be paid for because the mana that would keep them alive would also have to be extinguished because they are also creatures that have an upkeep cost. Do you follow me so far?
Right. Yeah, Living Plane and Tabernacle.
It is also
is
the Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale also is like a $1,000 card. Like this card is stupid by design, and its illustration is dumb. And doing crap like that would basically lock down the game long enough for you to keep pinging your opponent with Land's Edge, because if you thought this through like me in the span of about 7 minutes, you would have put about half of your deck as just land cards. So you have plenty of ammo to keep destroying your opponent.
Right. And that's where Triassic Egg comes in.
Triassic Egg. Huh, you said ass.
Yes. You see, I did. Anyway, Triassic Egg would allow me to recycle pretty much any of the creatures that I've already got in my graveyard pretty much for free.
Yeah, allow me to click the description button because I really don't like how these descriptions were originally written. It's like reading fucking Shakespeare.
Right.
Put a hatchling counter on Triassic Egg and then sacrifice it. Choose one. Thank you, modern game. Destroy target blue creature. Did you really think that I was going to run blue? Did you?
I needed a 3-drop, damn it.
Nonetheless, I think there are a lot of interesting cards, and cards that did thankfully receive reprints, but most of the set is pretty mediocre. A lot of overpriced cards that have effects that just begged for power creep.
For example, Crimson Manticore. This is honestly a really good example of a card that has just been flat out replaced in modern day. The ability to spend one to spend one and then smack a creature for 1 damage at this point of Magic is actually pretty damn important. However, in modern day Magic, this would be a 3-drop card easily, and it would just tap to deal 1 as opposed to spend a mana to do it.
Yeah, there was a heavy emphasis on tap abilities that also had a mana cost. I mean, they still do that in the modern game, but I think like back when they thought that it could be consistent, they quickly realized, no, this is not consistent. What it's really doing is slowing the game down.
Which is why Outlast doesn't work. And I wish Outlast worked. Outlast is such a cool fucking mechanic. But yeah, this set in general is not actually all that good. Again, there are a lot of really cool cards in there, as we've gone over 3 damn times now. But when put together, they are not cohesive. Like,
in isolation, no.
The only thing I could find to do. The only way I could find to actually generate Nicol Bolas out at all was by cheating him out, because there's almost no fucking ramp in this set. It's nuts that there's no ramp in here, given how expensive all the legendary creatures are. You think Bolas is expensive at 8? He's actually one of the cheaper ones, because there's at least 2 other 9-drop Elder Dragons in this set, and it's like I can't figure out a way to cast these guys like at all.
Right.
And most of the Elder Dragons, I don't think any of the other Elder Dragons have got the upkeep cost, but Bolas, with the upkeep cost, drains out your mana and can be a bit of a problem. So
a card comes to mind whom I think is representative of pretty much this entire set. Lady Orca. It's a 7-drop, 7/4 legend that just has cool flavor text and an interesting illustration. That's it. You want to come back. Most people will probably come back to this set for the cards that they have that appear to have nostalgia value, are well illustrated, look cool, or just make you feel good to own. That's about it. And some of these cards also, as we have seen, got reprinted, so at least there is some strategic utility found here. Some.
Mm-hmm.
Cards like the...
Concordant Crossroads is a color shifted version of what is it, Mass Hysteria?
Mass Hysteria, which
Mass Hysteria.
And they figured, oh wait, well, we're gonna make all creatures have haste, a green card. Psh, get a hold of yourself. That's a red ability.
Yeah, I actually like the color shifting, to be perfectly honest, because it gives black specifically a bunch of really cool creatures. Mind you, it kind of hurts a majority of the other colors though.
Right. And, let's take solace also that cards like the Tabernacle of Pendrell will probably never occur ever again because they are bad cards by design. This card is just ridiculous. It's supposed to be used in decks that have no creatures at all.
And as we know, that's a control deck, and control, perfect control, you don't win against, but it's going to be an hour.
Do you really have that kind of time?
All right, but this has been us somewhat exploring the old MTG set Legends. Tune in next time for Cloud to pick something.
See you next month. No. Life is a force to be reckoned with. That's why we play Magic. It is to refresh the mana pool.
And then we end up with Phyrexian Invaders, and it's like,
I will slap you with Phyrexian Ragers over and over again. Haha.
All right, everybody, be safe.